What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is another Watcher of Realms video and we are currently on the test server having a look at the new heroes that are releasing this weekend. And I've got to say, I'm quite impressed by Kria, even at A0. We are going to be doing a test of Kria A0 versus Khamet A0 in Gear Raid 1 Stage 17 because she is going to be very good for Gear Raid 1 thanks to her AoE capabilities. We'll go through everything we need to on her, promotions, awakens, gear, skills, that kind of thing, artifacts as well. And then we're going to put her against Khamet. Okay, who do you think is going to win? I mean, you'll find out in this video, but who do you think is going to be better, Khamet or Kria? Kineza is also up this weekend. I have already done a video on her, if you're wondering about her. You can discuss all of that. However, they did slightly improve how much she benefits from the attack speed on her stats. So you can see here, originally has a 15% chance of dodge. Every 100 attack speed provides an extra 5% chance of dodge. This is improved, however. So, you know, she can get a ton of dodge. If you think about it, if she had 500 speed, we're going to be getting, what? Is that 40%? 40% dodge. So that's good. She's also got high burst damage. I'm going to do a different video on Kineza. I'm going to do a showcase. So if you're interested to know about Kineza, check out my channel in hopefully a couple of hours. Okay, I'll try and get it done tonight. So you can have a look at that as well. So we're going to take her out. Bye-bye, Kineza, for now. She does also have that bond with Salazar as well. But we're going to be taking a look at Kria now, the mother of crows. And she has got a really cool design. I really like the look of her. She's got a tiny little jiggle, not much. I mean, we all do like the jiggle in this game, don't we? She is the cultist, okay? So she will benefit from the likes of Morrigan on her side as well. Let's go through her promotions quickly. We won't talk about the skills just yet. We're going to talk about those when we're looking at the actual skills. So it's all in together. So she gets Killer of Crows at promotion 1, attack range boost at promotion 2. At promotion 3, she gets Feast for Crows. Promotion 4, a basic attribute enhanced. And promotion 5, her talent is enhanced. And we'll talk about that in the skill section as well. Promotion 6, basic attributes enhanced. Okay, yes, I know you want to know about the skills. So we're going there right now. Let's have a look at the talent first. Within 10 seconds, every 3 enemies killed in the basic attack range summons 1 Stormcrow. The hero and Stormcrow deals an additional 10% damage to slowed enemies. So bear this in mind as well. So if you have got that Lord bonus buff for Cultist, you've got slow on your team as well, or even freeze won't benefit from that, but slowed you will. She's going to get that buff and then that buff on top as well. What do Stormcrows do? Well, I'll tell you. The Stormcrow follow the target and attack 1 time every 4 seconds after reaching the target. Each strike deals 70% AoE damage to nearby enemies. Up to 5 Stormcrows can exist simultaneously, and each can last for 15 seconds. There is a big improvement to these Stormcrows, though, at Awaken 1, which we will talk about in a bit. But it is quite a big improvement, thinking that these are only going to be able to hit 3 times at a max, because they last for 15 seconds, and 4, so 4, 8, 12, that's 3 times. Look at that, I can count! Okay, basic attacks. Magic attack damage. Attack inflicts 90% AoE damage on up to 3 enemies of an attack range. These are upgraded. It would normally be 70%, so bear that in mind as well. Killer Crows, her passive. When the effect of Necrostorm Assault ends, that is her ultimate, enhances every Stormcrow on the field summoned by the hero, increasing its attack by 30% and allowing it to inflict slow with each attack. So she will be buffing herself, kind of, you know, with getting that slow in. The effect lasts up to 15 seconds. Again, this is enhanced. Effect duration is improved by 5, and attack increase is improved by 10, so bear that in mind as well. A Feast for Crows, her passive. When a Stormcrow disappears, increases the hero's damage by 5%, lasting for 15 seconds. This effect can be stacked up to 5 times. Again, it is enhanced by 6 seconds, and also a damage increase of 2% there. Remember, it can stack 5 times. Her ultimate, Necrostorm Assault. You can see a little thing that's going on here, but we'll show that in actual gameplay. Strikes enemies in range with lightning 3 times, dealing 130% AoE damage up to 10 enemies each time. Okay, so she's hitting a fair amount of enemies. The damage multiplier here is increased by 30%. It would normally be 100%. And the skill cost of this ultimate is very cheap. Okay, 600. It's cheap. Okay, that being said, let's have a look at her Awakens and what I was on about on her Awaken 1 with the crows. At Awaken 1, it reduces the attack interval of Stormcrow by 1 second, meaning now it's a 3-second cooldown of their attacks. If they are on an enemy, like right away, then potentially they can hit 5 times, because 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. See, I can count my 3s and 4s, guys. Are you impressed? So yeah, I would say it's going to be 4 times because they have got to travel to that target as well. Awaken 2, she gets a plus attack 300. Awaken 3, she gets inflicts vulnerability magic damage on each enemy hit by Necrostorm Assault, which is magic damage vulnerability, obviously, and that's taken plus 30% of magic damage. Awaken 4, all damage is plus 8%, and Awaken 5, when the effect of Necrostorm Assault ends, there's a 50% chance to summon 1 additional Stormcrow. So her Awakens are pretty nice, but I would really say that Awaken 1 is her biggest, in my opinion. That seems to be her biggest. Next up, we will quickly talk about her gear and what she currently has on. If you've noticed that quickly, well done. Her base attack is huge, 5,248. That is a high base attack. If we just look at Viana, for instance, hers is 4,641. So she really does benefit very well, especially from attack bonus pieces. What have we got on her currently? Aegis Wrath, crit damage, plus 30%, crit damage plus 1% after making a critical hit. She isn't at 100% crit rate though, so bear that in mind. And it's important I say that because she is going against another hero here, and he also is not quite at 100% crit rate. However, she does have very good attack. Though, I mean, the way you're going to build her is her Stormcrows will benefit more from attack, okay, because that's what their damage is based off of. I'm unsure if they can crit, actually. They may be able to crit, but you would really want to push it to 100% crit rate. Next, what would I say? Other than this, she does also benefit from attack speed, so bear that in mind as well. So if you can get some attack speed on her, that would be nice. Rage regen as well. I mean, that's going to be quite a bit of a plus, to be honest, because she does have turns, her ultimate, so fast. She does have on a Warlord weapon, so attack plus 25%, attack speed plus 30%. She really benefits from that attack plus percent, like, massively. The artifact that she currently has on is Skull of Desecration. It's not quite up to 25, however. This is going to boost her base stats, and damage received is increased by 10%, while AoE damage is increased by 35%. Okay, so that's Kria, and we will start to go into battle now and have a little look at her. But that's everything you need to know about her. Now, let's see what Khamet is wearing. You all know how Khamet works already. Khamet is okay geared, alright? His base attack is 4,633. Okay, now you will notice that it's a bit lower than Kria's, but he has got a much faster attack speed, and he does benefit from that. His crit rate is 92%, his crit damage is very low. So, you know, I mean, in comparison, their crit damage is pretty much the same. And also, the attack is a big difference, but then the attack speed is there. So, just bear with me on that, okay? It's still a good way to test. I could have put a Warlord set piece on, actually, but these pieces here have some good rolls. That is the issue, but it would have boosted his attack a little bit more, wouldn't it? Okay, he is skilled up, okay? His Awakens are not there, so they're both A0. He also has a Skull of Desecration on, which is also at level 22. So everything is the same, okay? Just the gear. And that's very hard to put them together on gear. So let's have a little look at that. And just to show you, Khamet does benefit from attack interval, 1.1 seconds, 1.5 second attacks. And considering his ultimate takes so long to use, you know, we're getting that basic attack off as much as we can here. So, let's have a little look at them. It's just going to be these two in Gear Raid 1, Stage 17. They're going to be placed on opposite ends of the platforms. They're both going to have the same attack range. Okay, so we're into battle. We're into battle. We're going to place Khamet at the top here. And we're going to place Kria down the bottom. I will use Kria's ultimates when it becomes available. However, we're going to wait a little bit at the beginning on Khamet's because his takes so long to charge in comparison to Kria. I want to use it and give him a chance when there's more AoE enemies. So we'll pop Kria's now, and you can see the lightning strikes happening on 10 targets. When an enemy dies, you're going to see the crow come in. You can see this little white crow flying around. And he is causing AoE damage. So whenever an enemy dies, you will spawn those. And they last 15 seconds, remember. So let's leave that go a second. Khamet is ready to nuke when these come in. We're going to pop Kria. And we're going to pop Khamet now. So there we go. We've got damage going on. Quite a bit of it. I feel like that was the main part. You know, there was a lot more targets there in comparison to here. So that gave him a better chance. I'm going to pop Kria's. Oh, just a moment. Okay. So the boss is out. Who do you think's winning right now? I mean, you can see how much more often Khamet is attacking on his basic compared to Kria. In comes Khamet's nuke against a ton of enemies here. That was nice. The good thing is as well, even when these enemies explode, we're spawning crows. Okay, look. We're spawning crows whenever these enemies explode. Okay, so now the fun part, we get to see what they scored. Okay, you get to see what they scored, and we will test this again at Awaken 1 as well. They both improve at Awaken 1, but I want to see how these crows, when they're exploding, I'll say when they're exploding, when they're causing damage. Let's have a look. Oh, that was tight. That was tight. That was really tight. Now, when I did this earlier, Kria came out on top, but because I've just waited for Khamet's moments when there's more enemies about, he's doing more damage. So he's doing very good ultimate damage there. That is a tight call, but she is competing with Khamet, which is massive because Khamet is a big mage, okay? He's a big mage. So, let's put them... No, I don't want to do that. Dude, this could be an interesting test right now. Kria versus Khamet at A1. Okay, Kria is available. So we're going to save Khamet again. For when those more enemies come out. These crows are going to be doing more attacks. You can see they do travel. And they will attack again. Let's put this on and pop Khamet. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. I think A1 for Khamet is really big, so that's going to be a very interesting outcome here. The good thing is that Kria is very useful still. If you don't have a Khamet, you have a Kria. Okay, let's pop it again. Khamet's ultimate is coming in a moment. And also as well, I mean, there's a ton here, isn't there? So he's going to do a ton of damage now. But what I will say is Kria's damage is consistent, okay? It's consistent throughout the whole match. Whereas Khamet, you are sort of waiting for when his ultimate's there to nuke down enemies. I'm not trying to bad talk him, okay? I'm not trying to make Kria sound any better. I'm just trying to say that that's kind of the way it is. So let's find out what they both scored at A1. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Those crows did a big improvement to Kria. Obviously, you will have to do a lot more testing, okay? This is not like us saying, hey, Kria's better than Khamet or Khamet's better than Kria. They're both very similar types of heroes that we can compare against each other. And this is showing some good statistics for you. I mean, it's not like it's been tested 100 times and said, right, this one or this one. It's just to show you how they both play, how they work, but mostly about Kria. It's not about Khamet, but he was a good test to compare to. So let me know your thoughts on Kria. Are you going to be pulling for her? Do you think she's worth it? She is in the banner this weekend. And again, I will make a video on Kineza as well. So I'll see all of you in the next video. Have a fantastic day, evening, wherever you are. Goodbye.